Hi, bro. We live.
Hey, we live?
We
We
live,
on?
yo. We
Oh,
on
oh.
another week.
So, hey, this what episode 10?
Yeah, it is episode 10.
Oh shit, we in double figures.
we
Double
what
figures.
I know we like to know the kids get excited when they turn 10.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
that's how I feel right now.
yeah, we turned that's
Yeah,
that's a big deal. That's a
sure
big
live.
deal. Because I
Sure
honestly I
live.
didn't know how long we was gonna do it, but man, yeah, we pushing them out there, bro.
So we getting it out there. We getting it
Yeah,
out there.
getting them out there. We
We
getting them
we
out
we,
there.
we just need these Negroes to subscribe and
Subscribe.
stop texting
Yeah.
us and be like, hey, great show. I like your show. Hey,
Yeah,
that's
but you
great.
hit that subscribe button.
Hit the button. Hit the
Yeah,
button, fam.
hit that button, fam. Yeah. We
Yeah,
appreciate everybody listening, but yeah, y'all who listening now, we definitely need y'all to hit that subscribe button, hit that
right.
share button.
Yeah.
Because if y'all don't, what we gonna start doing, I'm gonna start tagging y'all, putting y'all on blast. Okay. So
Amen.
I don't want to do that. So because I love y'all. So
Amen. Amen.
yeah,
Amen.
just make sure y'all subscribe it. And if you listening on Spotify or Apple or Google, whichever you listen to, just make sure you hit the follow button so that way when we post, you will get the notification that we out there. So
we out. Yeah.
yeah. So yeah, but we appreciate y'all listening as always.
How was
we got a crazy.
How was your week though?
It's, you know what, so far it's been kind of low key.
Okay.
Yeah, it's been kind of low key. I'm probably that's my favorite time of the year, so I'm ready to go outside. I'm ready to go outside, so I'm gonna try to get in these streets this weekend, see what's out there.
That's right. You love November.
Yeah, I love.
I mean October. I'm sorry, October.
That's my. It's like the perfect weather month. So yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna see what to do this weekend. How about you, bro? How's your week going?
My week it's just been slow. It's been because it's been as far as work, there ain't really been nothing going on. But then it's been at the crib. Ain't really nothing happening, man. I actually like that it's slow. To be honest with you. Yeah. So
yeah, I wish it's been slow with my job. They ain't really been slow. It's been pretty busy, but this time of the year is busy for us. So
Mm-hmm. Okay.
That's the nature of the beast.
And then I leave out for Vegas on Saturday, so I'm looking forward to that.
Oh, so you going to see the?
Yeah, I'm gonna go. Yeah, it's mostly just to be down there in the atmosphere. It's really not. I'm not going to the game. I didn't want to go to the game. I just want to be down in the atmosphere.
Yeah.
But I got a feel it's going to be a lot of Chicago.
Oh,
a lot of Chicago folks down there.
Yeah. Well, I hope they got their vaccination card. Cause
I hope so too.
Yeah. Well, what is the card or the app you got to have?
You need. Well, if you got the card, that's fine. But they prefer you to download your vaccination on the Clear app. So when you go to the stadium, they just scan it.
Okay.
And it comes up. Because the reason why I know about it, because when we was going to the Chicago Sky games, you had to use the Clear app to get in.
Okay.
So that's how they did it. So that's why I know about it.
Okay. Well, that's probably gonna be the way of the world soon. That everybody gonna have to have that app, and they're gonna be tracking us. So it's what it is at this point.
It's what it is. Have that app, or you can't get in.
Pretty much. But you know what? It's really new for us. But that's how like the other countries, like Jamaica, and some of them, even I think in Asia, parts of Asia, that's how they were controlling. They was using apps to monitor people. So like if you had it, they had like a tracking system using apps. Like if you had it, you had to be secluded for 14 days. And then like the app they would like just check and make sure you at where you're supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? It was like GPS. It was some deep stuff. It's a documentary on, I think, HBO that kind of showed how they was doing it over in China. For people that was visiting, people that have it, So the app situation is new for us, but it's been The other ones have been using it for a minute. So
China don't care about privacy, do they? They be like, hey,
all.
they be
At
like,
all.
fuck that. We
They
gonna
don't
monitor
give a
you. We
yeah,
gonna monitor you.
yeah. And
Maybe
you gonna deal with it.
maybe that's why they don't have all that crazy stuff over there like we have over here with
Well, we don't
school
hear about that
shootings.
crazy stuff. We should say that.
Oh, okay.
Because they basically like what they call them, like I don't want to say they're a dictatorship, but because they're not really a democratic country like we are, they they control really a lot of the media and what goes out and what goes in. So we probably just don't hear about none of that stuff.
Man, that you got it. It's something because we don't hear about nothing.
Yeah, they control every aspect of everybody's life pretty much. They do it here too, but it's it's next level. Like they're like, if they don't want you to get some news, you ain't getting it, bro.
Yeah, because anytime here, if anybody feel like they don't have no freedom, they gonna say something about it. There ain't no repercussion. Over there, they don't care nothing about no freedom. You say something about it, you're gonna be thrown away. Ain't nobody gonna never hear from you.
Right. Well, we got fake freedom too, so
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yeah. We don't really. We like to think we got freedom, but we know what happened when we try to say something about certain people. It's it's a no go.
Yeah, it's a no go. That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
But hey, real quick, let's just it's a lot going on in Chicago sports.
Yeah. It's a good time
going on. It's a real good time for Chicago sports.
It's a good time for us.
We got the Chicago Sky going to the WNBA finals.
This their first time, right? Was it?
No, this their third time.
Third time. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty exciting, especially with Candace Parker coming back home. That's pretty dope. That's pretty dope.
People didn't even know they had a black coach.
Really?
Recently, like a week ago, because
wow,
people don't really be watching them like that.
Yeah, but they do that for WNBA period. But I think now that they in the finals, people gonna watch.
And this
at
will
least
be
locally, probably.
This will be the second black head coach to make it to the WNBA finals. The first was the former coach of the Chicago Sky.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I'm saying that's dope. They're making some history. So
that's dope.
But we don't know who they're gonna play yet because Game 5 of the Aces and the Phoenix Mercury is tomorrow night. So whoever win that game is going to the finals against the Sky. So we're gonna see. Me personally, I want to see the Aces. I think that's a better matchup for the Sky.
Mm-hmm.
The Mercury's good because they got Taurasi, Skylar Diggins, Kelsey Plum.
They got a deep squad. Yeah,
they got a real deep squad.
Yeah.
They got Buddy at center.
You know what? I'm not even gonna do this.
What? They got Buddy at center.
You stupid.
I mean, they got a real good team. They got a good team. Yeah. So, but it's gonna be fun though. It's gonna be fun.
Yeah, it's gonna be dope. Yeah, I've been trying to get to a game, but I haven't been able to. I shouldn't say that. I just haven't. I didn't do what I need to do to get one, but the price is gonna go up now. So,
but you know what, T? It's really a nice atmosphere at the Chicago Sky games.
Yeah, everybody really nice. Go to the game. Everybody say that. They say it's really fun.
It's fun. Once you get over the other stuff that's around there, but it's really nice though. It's a good time. It's fan friendly, real fan friendly.
Yeah.
And then the players, like after the game, they actually socialize and congregate with the fans. So it's cool. I like how they do it.
That's cool. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah. So then your other team, I'm excited about these Chicago Bulls. I'm gonna tell you why. They're gonna score a lot of points.
Yeah. Which is something we have lacked for years.
I know.
Yeah.
And they're gonna be really fun to watch.
Yeah.
Really fun to watch.
Yeah. Yeah, it's so funny. I forgot that we had DeMar DeRozan. Like, I was like, that's a big deal.
A lot of people forget that.
Yeah, because you know what? He's like top tier player, but he's not like he don't have that superstar like attitude. So he's not like always out there. He like low key, you know what I'm saying? But he can put up some points though. So I'm excited about that.
I think the Bulls, if health is fine and they can able to play a full season, I think the Bulls gonna be like a 5 or 6 seed at the worst.
That's what I got.
The East is still good. They still kind of top heavy a little bit. I think the Bulls will probably contend. I picked the Bulls to win the Central, the division. I picked them to win the division, but I think they're going to finish around 5 or 6 in the East because you still got Brooklyn, still got Milwaukee.
Miami.
You still got Miami. Miami has improved much improved.
Yeah.
And then the fourth spot, to me, it's either going to be Atlanta or maybe the Bulls if they can stay healthy.
So we can stay healthy. Yeah, we can stay healthy. I'm excited.
Consistent. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited. Like I know like. Well, we had COVID and stuff last year, but even before last year, I hadn't really been to no Bulls games in a minute. So I used to go to at least a few every season. So,
yeah, I know you did. Yeah,
I gotta get back on it. I gotta get back on it.
So
it's gonna be a good time for us.
And the Bulls fans is gonna like Caruso. They're gonna like Alex Caruso.
Yeah,
he's solid, but he's excitement. Like he's gonna play defense.
Yeah,
he gonna get a dunk. He gonna throw an alley-oop. He gonna do all that, and then Stacey King, corny ass is gonna say some jokes. and I'm gonna have to put it on mute. I'm gonna have to watch all them games on mute.
Don't hate on Stacey.
Yeah, I ain't gonna be able to do that.
Yeah, Stacey. He gonna be Stacey at all times.
Yeah.
He gonna say something. He gonna have a lot of pause moments. So. Yeah, get ready for
it. a lot of pause moments.
Yeah, he gonna have a lot of pause moments, but I'm excited about that. I'm excited about it.
It's gonna be fun to watch the Bulls this year. Real fun.
Yeah, I agree. It is.
And then the best news of the week in Chicago was that Matt Nagy finally freed Justin Fields.
No, he probably had no choice though, bro.
Hey,
he probably
that's
had no choice.
It's on him. He should have been playing the kid.
Yeah. I mean, to me, like we said before, it's so stupid to even to get a player of that caliber of what we hope he's gonna be, and then don't play you don't really have time for, because the other player's not getting no younger. So you don't really have no time to be playing around with him sitting in the background. Like, people be like, well, Tom Brady, he didn't start for, that's fine and dandy, but that's not Tom Brady. And this is something different. So he needs
something
to play.
different.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I think I'm excited. Like, his numbers wasn't like, super great or whatever Sunday, but it was just good to see him playing. You know what I'm saying? Like, he got to play to get better on this level. You know what I'm saying? So that was dope to see.
And I want to see what he do on the road again. His first road start, obviously it was a disaster, but now he got a second chance. I want to see what he do, because the one thing I do like about him, he's really, really poised. Like, he seemed like he don't get rattled. He seemed like he don't get too high, he don't get too low. And
right.
I think that's good for a young player like that.
Yeah, no, I agree too. Especially now, like, it's just totally different when you coming from college to the pros. So, and to have that, like you said, that poise, and then just to be, even just how he was handling stuff with the media. Like, I liked how in the beginning when they was like booing when Dalton was starting or whatever, he was just like, well, that's the starting, don't, like, he was just saying like, you should be cheering for whoever out there. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's still a team. So he seemed like a good kid. He do.
He is a good kid. I like him. I like him a lot. Like, I hate Ohio State football. I ain't never been an Ohio State fan.
Yeah.
And I've always been a little iffy, leery on Ohio State quarterbacks. But I like this kid. I really like this kid.
Yeah.
I do.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. That's why I have my Bears shirt on today because
represent. Yeah, represent.
Represent.
Yeah,
so,
represent.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be. I think this week gonna be fun for Chicago sports. So.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be a fun. Actually, like real talk, it's gonna be one hell of a weekend. Period for sports because you got the Major League Baseball playoffs, and then you got the fight between Fury and Wilder.
How many times they fought, bro? It's like the what?
This will be the third time.
I'm like, damn, yeah, okay.
Yeah,
I'm like, I know this at least 3. Yeah, okay.
You got that, and then Sunday you got football, and then you got this is going to be a hell of a like if you're a sports junkie, this is a good weekend.
Oh yeah,
a real good weekend.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, for sure. And
now, sticking with the NBA, you see that fraud with the former players and this this insurance fraud,
bro. And I look at that list. It's a lot of people from my hometown too, which make me think like it was probably somebody like we was talking about earlier with the rest of our friends. It was probably somebody calling me like, "Hey, all you got to do is do A, B, C, and D, and sit them all the way off." Because I'm like, because the people that, like you said, the people that are on that list, the people that we know that from Chicago or associated with Chicago, and they probably had the same dumb person giving advice like, when you're already that rich like that, I have mixed feelings about that. Because I would say when you're already that rich like that, what's the purpose of trying to get over and stuff? But the truth of the matter is, rich people on corporate level, they still get over in different ways.
All the time.
They always getting their tax breaks. They get over too. So that's why I got mixed feelings about that. Because I feel like the fans got other stuff to worry about than to just be going back. These players been retired, bro, for like 10 years. Like seriously, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that $4 million, that ain't even like a rookie salary damn near. So it's like y'all really need some business if y'all going back and begging for y'all giving busters $20 million contracts. Like seriously, it's stupid. Y'all wasting people money trying to track down some NBA players that put a false which is stupid, but put a false, insurance claim out there for something stupid. Like it to me, in the NBA money, that ain't even that's chump change. Like I really do this. I feel like they got other stuff to worry about. To me personally, but
I just think when I seen the list, I'm like they had Eddie Robinson on there. Eddie Robinson ain't played in the NBA since 2003.
Bro, that's what I'm saying. Seriously.
So I would love to know like how much kickback was he getting, because he ain't played since 2003. And then they said some of those players on that list was making false dental claims and they weren't even in the country. I'm like,
but I'm trying to figure out what brought this on though. That's my question. Like, what brought on this investigation all of a sudden? Because like I said,
it's easy. Somebody told, and once somebody told, they started investigating until they built up a case against all of them who was involved. That's how it always is. That's how they got Clayton Portis, the NFL player. They got him the same way.
Yeah.
And they found out it's called kickbacks. So I know about it because in the medical insurance industry, like in my job, we have to take this training every year. It's like an integrity thing. And we learn about kickbacks and fraud. And that goes on. You have no idea how much that goes on in the insurance business, where people make false claims, like literally, like a doctor would be in cahoots with like a regular Joe and be like, okay, I'm gonna write this claim up to say your back was broke, but you really only came here to see me because you had a sprained ankle. And And what they'll do is they'll bill the insurance company more than what they're supposed to. They get the money and they kick it back to me or the regular Joe. That's how they do.
Right.
And now the NBA players, I just want to know. Well, Big Baby saying none of it true, but I just want to know, like, who came to who and was like, hey, look, we finna, I got this lick, Joe. Like, we finna do this. Like, I want to know who came to who.
Yeah, you know it is. You know it was because, like I said, the group that's doing it, the group that's on that list, they was all closely connected. So you know, it's somebody. It just took one person to be like, "Hey, I got this doctor that's gonna do this," and like you say, he gonna give you this kickback, and you know, it was a dummy.
Ain't no white players. Ain't no white players on the list. All black.
That's what pissed me off too.
All black.
But that pissed me off too because it's you know damn well they getting over too. You know what I'm saying?
I always said, hey, look, I'm gonna tell you further. I even say that, you know how they always catch these athletes and scandals when they're in college for taking money and bribery. I always say this: do the white boys take money or they don't? Because you never see them. Never ever.
They just like to they like to make a mockery of us, though. You know what I'm saying? Because especially when a lot of these sports, when we are the face of them, you know what I'm saying? You always want to put like it's always a stain they try to put on black people. They can't just let us be great and leave us alone. They gotta make us be great, but it's gotta put an asterisk on it. It's always gotta be some BS behind it. You know what I'm saying? So it's you already know, like, they may not receive money like this, but you know how many of them who their parents got money, just like the one who went to jail, the Full House lady. She didn't go to jail, but dumb people who buy their kids way into college, you know what I'm saying? So that's equally as wrong. But how many for every one of her, it's probably what, thousands or more that we don't know about. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying. But we it's always, when it comes to major Division I athletes and scandals, it's always the young black athlete that the NCAA comes down hard on. You never ever see, I've never seen it where it was a big time white quarterback or a big time whatever player that got caught in a recruiting scandal. I've never seen it. Right. And if anybody who watched this, if you've seen it, please tag me. Please send me whatever link you got article. Right. Because I've never seen it, Tease. Never. Right. I've never seen it.
Right. You're right. No, I haven't either. And you know it's there, but they're not gonna put the narrative out there because we don't control that aspect of the media. So that's they make it, if it's like you said, if it's a star quarterback, if he's white, like they put so much emphasis on they make it like it's a brain surgery type position, because where this person may lack in athleticism, you know what I'm saying? Right, because like if somebody it's like they act like black kids don't play quarterback in grammar school or high school, and but because this person may have another athletic aspect about it, they just change it to make it seem like, you know, oh, he should be a running back, you know what I'm saying? Or he's not, he don't have an arm, or they'll be like, Tom's, you know, his brain is, you know, his brain is so good. It's just like they always try to put a stage. To me, it's always like they put a negative connotation on.
Make him a wide receiver or a defensive player. Yeah.
And then make the unathletic white quarterback, make him just mastermind, because he can't do nothing but stand there in the pocket. So but you know, they want to be like, he's just one of the smartest players because he can't fucking run. I mean, he can't do nothing else. You know what I'm saying? He got to stand. He got all the time in the world. He can't do nothing else.
So he can't fucking run.
I'm just saying. I want he supposed to be cussing today too.
No, but that fires you up, didn't it?
Yeah, I hate that. I just hate how they do that. You know what I'm saying? I do. I hate how they do that.
Well, speaking of race, you know, we got every day there's always something. But you know, but this past week, you know, your homegirl, your African American, Irish Italian, Sage Steele of ESPN.
Listen,
she has some interesting comments about mixed race and how a certain person should feel because his daddy wasn't there, and so I'm to get into it. I'm gonna basically, for the listeners who don't know about this, we're talking about Shay Steele. She was on probably one of my favorite players ever podcast last week. She was on Jay Cutler's podcast. So they was talking about what it was like growing up being biracial and some of the things she dealt with growing up being a mixed race. Clearly, in the past, Sage Steele has brought up how she was raised, and I think, me personally, I think she has a lot of self-hate going on. She probably won't ever admit it, but she was asked a question.
Don't have to admit it. She don't have to admit it.
You're right.
Yeah.
She was asked a question on Jay Cutler about race. And she said, I'm gonna read word for word. She said, if they make you choose a race, what are you gonna put? And she was referencing her, but then she also brought up Barack Obama. She said Barack Obama chose black, but he's biracial. Congratulations to the president. That's his thing. I think that's fascinating considering his black dad is nowhere to be found, but his white mom and grandma raised him. But okay, you do you, I'm gonna do me. Listen, I'm pretty sure my white mom was there when I was born, and my white family loves me as much as my black family. So I'm gonna let you go ahead because this is where you get fired up. Listeners, everybody who's gonna watch this and listen to this, this is Latif's time right here.
I'm gonna be calm, but what?
React. Go ahead, react.
But you know what? Why when I was hearing her comments, you know what made me think about? I was hearing. You remember that clip from How to Be a Menace to South Central while drinking your Junior just to the hood, right?
Uh-huh.
So you remember the scene when Bernie Mac and the other cop kind of reenacted Boys in the Hood?
yeah.
And it was like he was like, I hate my gums because they black. He was like, I hate Whoopi Goldberg's lips. Like when he went through all these hate things with black, that's what I hear from her. Like she don't have to say I hate being black. You know what I'm saying? And because to me, she must have had a bad experience. Her experience with black people was not must have been not favorable. You know what I'm saying? Like it must not, because she has a delusion. She has a delusion. Yeah. And people like that too, bro, it's truthfully, she has to understand you a fair skinned black woman. So it's the rules are different for you in America, just from you being a light-skinned black person. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's not to say that your white family don't love you. There I'm sure there's some that do. You know what I'm saying? People that raise you that do. But that's not to say that, whatever she had it's clear she has some kind of hatred towards black people from whatever it was that happened in her childhood that she does not recognize. She does not identify with black people. It's clear. Right. It's clear she does not identify with black. And if you want to, you can live in this delusional world of I'm biracial, I don't have to pick a color. That's fine. You don't have to. Everybody
you don't have to do that. Right.
They're gonna tell you black. You know what I'm saying? But if you grew up in, Hollywood or wherever she grew up in a white bubble, you know what I'm saying? Then you have
that's what it looks like.
She's
a white bubble.
She's the black person that white people who are conservative love. Like her, Larry Elders, they are the ones because they those ones that agree with the foolishness, and they think that black people just making them stuff and they need to get off on pick up their bootstrap, like stupid shit like that. Like she's that person, you know what I'm saying? Because she don't have no connection with black people for real. Like you did not grow up in the hood. You didn't grow up in the black suburbs. Like you're not around Black people enough to identify to know that no, we ain't making up stuff. And there is, while that's your experience because you lived in, you know, Hollywood Hills or wherever you come from, that everybody don't have that experience. So she's so delusional, like she's so out of touch. And it's sad to see, like, you know, Black people like that. Like she don't have to identify Black all she wants to. She's Black, but you know what? If you don't want to, sister, I don't care. Like I really don't. You know what I'm saying? Like you're not helping us. You know what I'm saying? So if you identify with white, I would love to see. I hate this kind of stuff, but I love to. Those situations where I feel like they be needing a reminder that they Black. Like I can't wait for that day to happen when it's gonna be when she's approached with a white person and it's her word against them. And I just can't wait till it happens. Till she get that wake up call of how stuff really is for the majority of Black people in this country, because she's beyond delusional, man. It's just like you can just tell she got some childhood hurt that she ain't dealt with.
I'm gonna tell you just on some real stuff. First of all, Sage Steele, she's an Army brat. Her dad, military. They moved all over. She grew up in the Midwest, which is in Indiana,
Indiana is just racist.
But she was in a suburban white part of Indiana.
Yeah.
You ever heard of Carmel, Indiana?
Maybe.
Okay. So to give you just some paint that picture, that's pretty much predominantly all white.
Yeah.
So she didn't see a lot of Black people around there. So I know for a fact she didn't have a lot of Black friends.
Yeah. Yeah.
So he couldn't relate to anything regarding her Black side.
Nope.
So what she
probably did, if she was ever around her Black people, depending on, you know how we are. If you ain't grew up around Black people and you get around your family and they casing and stuff like that, and we like, she probably was like, oh my gosh, you're talking about me, like you know, like she don't know how to, she don't culturally, she don't understand. She don't understand, you know. Yeah.
She don't. And the comment she made about Barack Obama
is irrelevant.
First of all, just because his dad wasn't there, that still don't mean it has something to do with his race.
Right.
I mean, if that's the case, Black people, a lot of our dads weren't there.
Right.
Does that mean we should put down on the check mark white?
And but bro, that's the thing. They make it like it's a Black father thing. If you, Jerry Springer made a living off of poor white trash. Okay?
He made a whole living off of it.
Maury made a living off of poor white trash. So they can try to act like it's a Black father thing, but it's a lot of white girls who don't like their fathers who wasn't there too, or a lot of white boys who wasn't raised with their fathers too. So they can, but again, they can control that narrative, and she can say stupid stuff like that because she's just not aware. You know what I'm saying? But I watch enough trash TV to know that trash dads come in all colors: Black, white, Hispanic. It don't matter. It's a trash. If a dude gonna be trash, she gonna be trash. It really got nothing to do with his race. You know what I'm saying? She's just stupid, man. She's a complete idiot.
She's an idiot. What she said was very idiotic and had no validity at all. But she's a toxic Black person.
She is.
She's that Black person like me and you always talk about. That hurts the struggle.
Yeah.
It hurts the progress.
Yeah.
Because those comments like that, by her having a big platform, whether you like it or not, she has a platform.
Yeah.
So people gonna follow her on Twitter.
Yeah.
The biggest gonna follow her. The Candace Owens probably applauded her for saying that. You know what I'm saying? Those type of people. And I'm glad Jemele Hill is not on ESPN anymore, because Jemele called her out. Yeah. And it was like, you wrong for so many reasons. You should come on my show next so we can have a real discussion.
Right.
And to me, I think that's the way you do it. You don't have to cuss her out. But let's have a real talk dialogue.
Right. Yeah.
And then let me school you
that wasn't the only dumb thing she said. The Barack Obama thing was one thing, but then she made a thing about women and their attire and basically inviting
rooms.
Yeah, and inviting inappropriate behavior by men, and I'm like, it's like, as a woman, I'm not. Yeah, you're supposed to be aware of where you are, and there are certain things that I may wear around the house that I'm not gonna wear to work, right? Or some things I may wear going out that I ain't gonna wear to church or something like that. Obviously, there are rules to certain, to how you present yourself. That's what it is. That's a society norm that it is. We got restrictions, not restrictions, but there are just certain things that how we represent when we go certain places. But it's like, the comments that she made, it's like you're excusing the behavior of men that are inappropriate. You know what I'm saying? Whether somebody came in there naked, of course, that's going to draw more attention, obviously, right? But does that give that person the right to say something or to act inappropriate? No, it does not. That does not give that a pass. It's not enough people, men, that are not, to me, or that are not saying, that still don't give you a pass. Then you get women like this, like you said, this huge platform that's saying bobblehead stuff like, well, you shouldn't have worn it. I can wear whatever I want to wear. Okay, I can wear whatever I want to wear, and because I can do that, and you can look, but that don't give you a pass to feel like you can do what you want to do to me. Because if you think that with me, you pick the right person, it's gonna be a different story. You know what I'm saying?
Or say whatever they want.
Or say what you're gonna want to say. It's gonna be something different. It's not gonna be what you're looking for.
Right.
Yeah, that's excusing male behavior. And she, as a woman, forget even being black. That's just, as a woman, you shouldn't even say something stupid like that.
Exactly. Because again, now the optics is, well, we're gonna continue to give the blonde, blue-eyed white girl access to the locker rooms and put her on as the lead reporter on the sideline because the players are going to respect her.
Right.
You know what I mean? And that's why Jamel and the others was like, what she did, again, it makes it harder for Black journalists, women, to be taken serious. That's all Jamel was saying.
Yeah. And it is, bro, because some Black women, even though the world is so many people, plastic surgery is trying to mimic the body of Black women so much, but true, authentic, natural Black women who have curves, who have nice bodies, some of those ladies on the sideline, like they get objectified, even though they just curvy. You know what I'm saying? Like they shouldn't have to come in there with jogging suits on. So because men can't control themselves, like it's a curvy lady, and that's fine. But you shouldn't, like you said, but to avoid that quote unquote attention, you want to put a stick pin up their Barbie doll just because you think that's a safe choice. Like that's just not cool. I feel like she just sent the wrong message on so many things. Like it's just like, it's embarrassing. Like she always say embarrassing stuff, but it's just like she's a dingbat, and she really is.
She is a dingbat, and just my last point on this is like after all this went down, when it comes to Sage Steele, you could tell she's never been in a beauty shop.
No, well, she ain't been to no Black beauty shop.
That's what I'm talking about. Because the white people, they don't call them beauty shops. They call them beauty. They call them beauty parlors.
Yeah, or
never.
Just go to the shop. What do you say, beauty shop? We just go to the shop. I'm going to the shop.
She's never been in a shop ever.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, we're gonna name this episode "Sage Steele's Never Been in a Beauty Shop." Like, because you could tell by her comments. Like, you could tell. Like,
she's detached, bro. The bottom line is she's detached from Black culture.
Very detached.
And like I said, it don't even matter how. Everybody not gonna grow up in the city. Everybody not gonna grow up, But it's just like, I feel like even if I just don't understand how you become that unaware as a Black person. I just like, you have to live in a complete bubble to even just to have it. It's just weird. It's so weird to me because I know biracial people that grew up around. They may have grew up, they may be like Hispanic and Black, and they grew up around mostly Hispanics. And so they can they can maneuver in both, right, or whatever.
Yeah.
But they can be true to this side and true to that side. Like, I'm not saying you have to just own your whiteness or whatever, but they don't. It's just different. You know what I'm saying? Like, just because you biracial, you don't have to put one thing to the side, but you can acknowledge both. But to totally just not be aware of your blackness is just weird. It's just completely weird.
And it's dumb.
It's dumb because you're black.
That's right.
And truthfully, black. If when they get a chance to show you they're black, they're gonna show you.
Of course.
Of course. At the end of the day, yeah.
We see that every day. Hell, that happened to Oprah Winfrey.
Yeah.
In another country, they thought she was killing.
Yeah. Oprah Winfrey, richest woman in the world. In the world. But all that person saw was a black lady. That's crazy, it. Man. So I mean, it is crazy. The crazy thing is too, like, it's so funny. They try to make us the face of all this crime, and it's just like nobody has stolen more than white people in history.
That's
around the world.
Yeah.
Around the world, like nobody has stolen more than white people, but somehow the face of thievery is black people, or crime, or crime is that it's us Mexicans. Yeah, we don't do that. Do crime in America,
and then other type of crime is called white collar crime or organized crime.
Yeah, which is BS.
That's another face that they show. You know how it goes.
I know.
The media controls it. We always talk about the media as that third devil. The media controls it. It controls it.
It's the big devil. It's a big devil.
And Sage is a toxic person, and sticking with the theme of toxicity, that link you put in the group the other day with Terrell Pryor and his girlfriend.
That was some crazy stuff.
Listen, now, for the listeners, Terrell Pryor is a former football player. Him and his girlfriend been together for a while. They got domestic issues, like, to the third power. Like, she's almost killed him. She stabbed him and he flatlined. Like, they got into
flatline, bro.
He flatlined, y'all. I mean, they still got back together. More power to the brother. He's better than me. Whatever. Then she got arrested once because the police came to the house and he was battered, took her back, and now with this latest incident, they had a fight. He was throwing pumpkins at her. Listen. I joke and kid with you all the time about toxic relationships and women doing that because they crazy. That means they box is good. Listen to me. I joke. Some of it is true about the box being good. But listen to me. If you stab me twice in the chest and I flatline, we're done.
Yeah.
we're I don't care how. Listen, I don't care if you got that stuff Rihanna got. Like
special sauce.
Make sure y'all go back to episode 8 for special sauce. But anyway, I don't care if you got that. We're done. We are done.
Yeah, done. That's crazy, bro. But like we were talking before, like those type of relationships, this generation think that that's normal. Like that's normal, man. That's just like you said. If you stab me and I damn near died, as Kenny Price said, I died. I died. and I died. Like seriously, you no, like that's like you said, it ain't even on the flip side. Your member is not that gold. It's just not that gold for me to even. I don't even know how you stay attracted to that. I really don't. Unless people like that. People like that. That's crazy. You never know what's gonna tick her off. Like, she could be waiting for him to die just to get some insurance money. You really don't know. Like, you don't know people crazy like that. You don't know what they're thinking. You know what I'm saying? Well, like. Yeah, that was some unfortunate stuff.
That story is just wild. Like just reading about that story and that's just wild. Like,
yeah,
I don't know, man. But you know, and it's always seemed like the younger generation, they champion that. They call that real love. Like they, you know, that's not like
it's not.
Y'all really are causing physical harm to each other.
Yeah.
That's love.
Yeah. It's not normal. It's not normal. And it's so sad that so many of them, you know, think that that type of thing is cute. Like, you know, it's not. Like, we got to do better. Like, I don't know how we change the narrative, but it's got to be changed, bro. Like, it's just.
But it starts with us, men who got fathers. I mean, who got daughters. Yeah. We have to tell our daughters, like, hey, baby girl, if he hits you, he don't love you. Like, simple as that. Like, if he ever tell you, if I can't have you, nobody can. No, that's not love.
Right.
I don't care.
That's possession.
That's possession.
And obsession.
Yeah. Like, we have to do that as fathers with daughters. Like, it has to start with us.
Yeah.
Especially if you're a father that you ain't about that life. So if you a father that's worth any salt, and you have a daughter, you have to tell her the truth so she don't accept that and think that's normal, like you said.
Right. No. Yeah. No, I agree. And sometimes some girls, they're gonna still just do whatever they want to do. But as like you said, as a father or anybody, just do whoever's in your life, they gotta do a due diligence of, and more people, we can't glamorize it. Like the blogs put it out there, and people, laugh about it and joke about it. Yep. It's not funny, man. It's so not funny because if he would have died, that's somebody's son, that's somebody's dad, that's somebody's brother that's gone. It's nothing funny or cute about that. It's just not. You know what I'm saying? And
nothing.
People, we take that kind of stuff too lightly. Like it's so normal, bro. Like it go on the headlines. People see that and it becomes a joke. Like, you know what I'm saying? It becomes like, dang, like what kind of box is that where, he almost died. I mean, it's just horrible. It's horrible.
Yeah, I'm cool on that. Like I'm cool on it. I don't need that box.
Cool. No, thank you.
I'm cool. I mean, I know crazy chicks. Some of them do got some outstanding box, but man, it ain't worth dying for.
Right.
It's not worth dying for. Because if you die, you're gonna give it to another dude anyway. So I mean, it ain't worth. So
not at all.
I'm
not
cool.
At all.
I'm cool on that.
Yeah, I feel you.
I'm good. Hey, did you? So the other day, did you notice that your Facebook IG was down?
You know what? I thought at first I was like everybody else. I was tweaking, right? I was like, damn, did I pay my Wi-Fi? So I'm looking at Xfinity, trying to make sure that Xfinity not down. Right. And then when I realized, like, I think I had text y'all like, hey, is IG down or whatever? So we all realized, like, okay, it wasn't just IG, it was IG, it was Facebook and WhatsApp.
And WhatsApp. Everything that they own.
Yeah, everything they own, basically. Yeah, everything was down, and they lost a lot of money.
They lost $7 billion. He said he lost.
Yeah.
And that's
that advertisement thing, and it's so big. I talk to you about it all the time when I be telling you about the show and stuff. Like, Facebook makes it so hard for you to promote stuff. Like, you have to. You do, like, for how the algorithms work. If you have an outside link, if you're not paying for that link to stay in that page, nobody ever see it. Nobody will ever see it because they won't. That's how their algorithms work. They're not gonna promote stuff that makes people click outside their page unless you're paying for it. And that's the name of the game. Like, we'll put this in your feed, in your people feed, but you're gonna pay for it. Yeah,
you're gonna pay for it.
That's why I don't really like Facebook like that no more, because it really is an algorithm. It's an algorithm game, and it's
set up that way. And the thing about when Facebook went down, a lot of conspiracy people were saying, the site went down the day after the young lady who's called the whistleblower decides she's going to go to Congress and testify. about Facebook. But
Yeah.
the interesting thing about the whistleblower is all that. Her basic thing was Facebook, the way it's ran, the way the company is ran, they have no regard for the young people who are affected the most by social media.
Right.
And she said that was her whole thing, is that it's a danger to young kids.
Mm-hmm.
Facebook.
Yeah.
So thinking about it, I think she has a point, because we see what goes on Facebook. We see sometimes how consumed the younger generation is over Facebook and IG. Speaking of IG, I'll give you an example. We see these video vixen, these IG models with the fake boobs, the fake butts, the facial stuff. So to some young girl who has low self-esteem, what does she think? This is what they like. This is what boys like.
Right.
I don't look like that, so I'm not worthy, or I'm not.
Right.
So that was her whole point, is
right.
that social media, Facebook, IG, the people inside the company are not taking that into consideration with the things that they allow.
Right. Because basically what she's saying, they have the technology to filter out the negative stuff. But the negative stuff is what's driving their business. So like, that's which, on a moral standpoint, like she was saying, like, we could do better in that area when you got so many girls trying to change their bodies and trying to, just harm themselves because they don't look like a fake IG girl. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It could be different, but they don't. It's too much money, bro. If they lost $7 billion in 4 hours of being down, imagine how much they make in a 24-hour span.
Oh yeah, Zuckerberg is a billion.
Loaded. Oh he's
loaded. He makes a lot of money because of the advertising.
Yeah.
The advertising, like people literally pay his site to put everything on there. From Amazon to everything.
Look how many ads that we get. Just look and how it is. We could talk about something and you ain't even gotta search for it. All you gotta do is mention it. And your phone picking it up. And by the time you go on Facebook, you was talking about, I need a new couch. Guess what's gonna be your feed? Couches.
Ashley First.
Yeah.
Ashley First website is gonna come to the feed.
Yep. They listen to everything. So if you got that kind of technology that's able to do that, like she was saying, why not use it for in a better way? You know what I'm saying? But they ain't gonna do that. Money is always gonna be, the love of money is gonna always drive people to do things. So
always.
she can blow that whistle while she wants to. It ain't gonna change.
Now, my question is, do you think companies, CEOs, do you think they have a responsibility a moral responsibility to prevent stuff like that from happening?
I mean, as a person with moral standards, I would think so. But if you went to college and if you took, anybody that went to college and took one business class, which if you had undergrad, you at least had to take one probably business or management class. The one number rule they tell you when you're taking business class is that your job when working or in management or at any kind of, level within the company is not for moral compass. It's not to be the moral leaders of society. It's to make money for the company. And if you don't have the balls to forget moral standards basically and make money for the company, then that's not the business you want to be. You ain't gonna ever be like a top tier, boss or like that, because you have to forget about morals a lot, and that's the game. You know what I'm saying? Me personally, I don't. Of course, I think that they have more responsibility, but it's some companies do. It's not all of them. There are some people that do have that try to, shield kids or shield, to do things in a morally right way. But our country as a whole does not, we don't have a standard for moral things now. So
you're right. No, you're right.
Anything goes.
I learned that. That was my major. So I learned that.
Yeah.
I learned that.
That's what I said. If anybody if you took one business class in college, bro, that's the number one thing is, especially going into management, if that's a field you're going into, these companies, these leaders, their job is not to worry about, your 12-year-old. That's your job. To worry about your 12-year-old, not worry about this. My job is to make the company money. Yeah. I'm gonna do that. You know what I'm saying?
That's corporate America. Like if I'm a CEO and I got a company, my job is not to worry about did you get little junior daycare.
Right.
That's your job. And
that's your job.
And if you can't get junior daycare, I gotta find somebody else to fill your spot. Yeah. So I mean that's what it is, but Facebook, it being down for those 4 hours, it didn't matter to me because I prefer Twitter.
Yeah, me too. I like both.
I go on Facebook just to crack jokes and see who lying and see who want to post all these great quotes and all that. But that's all I really go on Facebook for. Yeah. But I didn't care. Like I said.
And it was funny for us because we always on Twitter. And so to see people that ain't been on Twitter in years, like that was hilarious. I'm like, so now everybody want to get on Twitter because I like Twitter because like you said, it's even though people use it, people are not on there like they on Facebook. You know what I'm saying? Right. And so it's a lot less traffic on there and you can kind of be
a whole lot less traffic.
Yeah, it's like different. It's like you can't write no big story on there. Like it's just a different move. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. This is a different move. Like I like Twitter because it's just you can be more of yourself. I feel like with Facebook, sometimes people just try to portray different. You know what I'm saying? Like it's on. I don't know.
Everything is on Twitter. I swear, everything.
Yeah. It's like it's the low key social media, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Even though it's huge, but it's low key because everybody be on Facebook, you know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah. And like you said, everybody jumped to Twitter because everybody was on their IG like, what's going on? Yeah. And when you went to Twitter already had the rundown. Facebook down, IG down. Like you get the whole rundown off of Twitter. Like Twitter gonna tell you what's going on, and that's what I did. I went to Twitter. I was like, "Well, they say it's down," and it's funny. The last thing I was when it was down, the Twitter app, they got. I guess they tweet out stuff. So the Twitter app was like, "Hello, literally everyone." So that was so funny to me.
Yeah, that was funny. So funny. I saw that. I saw somebody. What was funny too, bro? Somebody said, now that y'all back on Twitter, can y'all disable all those horoscopes? And if you on Twitter, do you know what he's talking about? Because people that ain't on Twitter, that's been on Twitter
every morning
for years, every morning you see somebody horoscope pop in your feed. You like, how is this still happening from like 10 years ago? But they ain't been on there since they ain't been on there. So that cracked me up.
Yeah, I see it every morning. Like, man, this Negro needs to hurry up and just disconnect. For real, man. Hey, the interesting post is from your boy today, though. It might be post of the day.
Who?
Duval.
Oh yeah.
You got that? You gonna pull that up? Because that was an interesting post.
Let me pull it up. Here come my little fur baby making noise. She like, you still in here talking? Hi, Gigi.
I hear it too. She gotta make her appearance.
Always. Let me pull it up. Okay. So for this post, if anybody didn't see it, this is Lil Duval. He had made a comment about somebody had posted Cardi. Who was she with? Cardi was with Christian Louboutin, right?
Christian Louboutin, yeah.
And somebody said, Cardi B having dinner with Christian Louboutin last night, whatever. And then it put in the caption, Cardi in Spaces, they said she was too ghetto to be in, and I love it. And so Duval said, it's always us telling us what white people think is ghetto when they ain't even thinking about it like that. Truth be told, everybody loves the ghetto besides bougie Black folks. Stay still. We got to stop being our own worst enemy.
How you feel about it?
I think it's facts, bro. I honestly think it's facts because, like he said, stop, GG. Like he said, hold on, I gotta kill my cat real quick.
You gotta kill the cat.
I gotta kill the cat.
Listen. If you're watching, she didn't mean that. Okay, Peter, don't.
I didn't mean that literally.
He's just cracking a joke. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I did. Don't call the Humane Society.
This is podcast jokes.
No, wait, hold on. I'm gonna put y'all on pause for a second. We're gonna come right back.
Yeah, she coming right back, everybody. Just so y'all know. Listen. Take this time now, who's watching this and listening, go subscribe to our YouTube page. All right, it's some of this, some of that pod. Okay, YouTube, subscribe, leave a comment. I love y'all comments who comment, those who do. Liked it, leave a negative comment. If you don't like something we said, you don't like the show, let us know. We got tough skin, all right? We're from the west side of Chicago. All right, now we're also on Spotify. Make sure you subscribe, like to Spotify. We're on Apple Podcasts. We're on iHeart. Pretty soon we're going to come to Google. So please subscribe, everybody. We enjoy y'all sending us text messages and comment on the Facebook group, but we still need y'all to subscribe because it really, really is going to help us in the long run. You know, shouts out to my boys from grade school, Damian, Seneca, James, E, Young. You know, I appreciate y'all for subscribing. We've been in a group chat every day. I should at least see 5 new subscribers. Okay, y'all know who y'all are. Tisha's back.
I'm back. I'm sorry, I had to pull my cat out.
It's all good. All good.
Yeah. But anyway, back to Lil Duval. Before I give my comments, because you already know how I feel, but when you ready, what did you agree or do you don't agree?
Yes and no, but I'm gonna tell you what I don't agree with after you get done. Go ahead.
Okay. So I get what he's saying because I feel like, I do think that sometimes we are our worst enemy, as far as how we project our own stuff and think that that's how white people think a lot of times. Like, I think some white people that just don't have any problem with Black people, it don't matter if you ghetto, you suburban, like, they just, it is what it is. They like Black culture, you know what I'm saying? And so especially a lot of people, when they see like quote unquote ghetto stuff, to them, that's authentic Blackness, right? So they love that shit. You know what I'm saying? That's just the reality of it. But no, it's not like the Black is so diverse. There's so many, aspects of Blackness, so many, you know what I'm saying? We're not all in one, little one ghetto bubble or whatever, quote unquote. But I get what he was saying is that somebody Black probably was like, oh shit, like when somebody white probably wasn't even looking at it like, oh, they probably wasn't even thinking that. Like that's something that a Black person would have had to thought. You know what I'm saying? Like, white folks thought, you think she ghetto and you probably think she shouldn't be there. You know what I'm saying? Or you surprised that she shouldn't be there when, truthfully, the person now, Christian Louboutin, like, she's a hot rapper right now. He looking at it like, probably like, if she wearing my shoes, it's just more money for him. Like, they obsessed with Black culture anyway. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. I get what he was saying there. He's the red bottom guy, right? Yeah, he's the red bottom. Yeah.
So my question is, what was ghetto about it? Like, I didn't. What was ghetto?
Nothing. The comments said Cardi in places. They said she was too ghetto to be in, and I love it. But it's like, who said that? Who said she was too ghetto to be in it? That's my question. Who said that? It probably wasn't a white person. It probably was a black person. Truthfully.
It probably was a black person. Like probably 99. I'm probably 99% sure it's a black person. Because Duval's right. Honest, white people don't care about that.
Yeah.
They don't.
Yeah.
They don't really care about that.
Yep.
Now whoever said she was too ghetto to be in places like that, maybe if this was 9 years ago,
mm-hmm.
when her teeth was messed up and she was still working at Sue's Run, whatever that is in New York.
Uh-huh.
Okay, but
even then,
Cardi,
though, bro, who's to say what somebody ain't? To me, when you say that, it's like saying that because she came from the quote unquote ghetto that she don't deserve to.
I'm just painting the picture. I'm painting the picture, but
yeah,
we're talking about Cardi now. Cardi who has a multi-million-dollar contract with Pepsi.
But Cardi ain't that much different, bro, than she was on Love and Hip Hop.
She definitely, but for somebody to say she's ghetto, too ghetto, she ain't ghetto now. Like where she was at, that's where she need to be, is with that dude. Because that dude knows, I take this picture with her, my shoes is gonna sell even more.
Yeah, it's a money thing. But that's my thing. It's a money thing. But at the same time, I feel like Cardi is a bad example because Cardi don't really, I think her tone down is more so of age. People gotta understand when she first came out, she was very, very young. You know what I'm saying? She's a mother now, she's married. So I think her being a little more toned down is less about her being around white people than her just growing up and becoming a woman, you know what I'm saying? Being mature. Because when you listen to Cardi in an interview, she still be like, like she's still hood. She's still herself. She's still herself. So I don't really think she's a bad example because I don't think she could ever totally be like Hollywood. But I don't know. I get what he was saying because I do think, it's just the perception that just because she ghetto, even if she was still like that, bro, and she wasn't as refined as she is now, that's just putting the image or putting the narrative to me out there that like, because they ghetto. And what is ghetto? You know what I'm saying? But because somebody's quote unquote ghetto, that they don't deserve to be, in certain environments, and that's not cool.
Well, I mean, I know he said only bougie black folks say that, but that's not entirely true either.
That's not.
It's ghetto folks who say the same thing about other ghetto folks. Yeah. But to his point, yes, he's right. White people don't care about that.
No,
they don't.
That man, Chris, like you said, he worried about them. He worried about how. She had made a song about bloody shoes. So he worried about how many times he don't what kind of money he can get from that. That's just what it is.
My thing is this, and it's cool, and I want all my people to get paid. But my thing is this though. Again, they use our culture, they use our heroes, quote unquote, to sell their products.
Sure. And
they don't give back to our community. Yep. Everybody had an issue with Dane, and when Dane was out calling people culture vultures, that's what he meant.
Yeah.
Is that these white people, these record labels, Christian Louboutin, Gucci, and all of them, they were making money off of our culture, but were not taking that money and putting it in the hood to build a school, to do this and that.
But bro, you ain't even got to go that far in the level to talk about culture vultures when our own communities, when we look at our community, how many black-owned anything is in there?
Not a lot.
The corner store was not owned by black people.
No, it's
right?
not.
J&J Fish not owned by black people.
Nope.
The flea market, all those sports, city sports, all that are not owned by Black people.
They got Black workers.
Some of them, bro. Some of them, the beauty supplies, ain't owned by Black people. And all of these people, they get people from other countries here work in our neighborhood, and very few of them, they may have a Black face in there here or there, but very few of them give back. They don't have no school drives. They don't hold no food drives. They don't hire Black people from the community. That's why some of those stores, I'd rather shop at like Target to go get my Black hair products, because they do have a lot of just Black owned stuff in there. But I some of these like beauty supplies I stopped going to because they rude.
They are rude.
You in our community and you following us around. What you think I'm finna steal a $1 comb? Are you kidding me? You think I work every day to come in here and for you to follow me around about some 99-cent gel? Girl, if you don't get out of my face, like I had to play that one day. I had to, when I stopped going to the beauty supply, like this one I used to go to in, I think it was in Bellwood. I told the lady that, like, I was like, I realized she was following me. I was like, are you following me? I said, she was like, no, I'm not following. I said, yes, you are. I said, you think I'm finna steal this $1 comb? I was like, girl, I thought it was comb in the garbage. I was like, I could, you know, like, you don't know, that stuff irritates me. Like that irritates me. But for every one of her, it's like you have the nerve to be in here making money off of us, but then side-eyeing us, like, you can go. I ain't never gotta spend I'll go spend the same comb cost $5 at Target. That's fine. Cause I'm like, I don't like
one of them stores. I hate it.
I hate it. I hope they all go out of business. I'm
always
so glad.
I'm
glad that more Black girls selling their own hair.
Yeah.
Like, you know, they got their own hair vendors, and I'm glad. Like, I hope they go out of business because they rude.
They are rude.
They rude.
They are rude, and they so-called experts on our hair and our skin tone. And are this, you know, all
They're not. The products that they got, probably half of that stuff costs $1 to make, is roach infested, rat infested, and probably spreading all other kind of diseases in our head because it costs $2 to make. So
and what they do with the money, they take it back.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Take it back to their families.
Excuse me. Yeah. That's what they do. So that's why I'm like, you know, I mean, I get it. I mean, hip hop is always going to be a culture that, since it started, people didn't know what it was at first. Then it blew up. Then the white delegation got into it, and they figured out it's a way to make money off of it. But again, a lot of those cultures benefited from hip hop.
Yeah,
they did. They benefited. So.
Definitely.
I mean, Lil Duval, he made a great point. I thought his post was on point today, and he was right. It caused a conversation on Twitter. You know, Lil Duval is a comedian, but he also said some thought-provoking stuff too, because he got money now.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
He said thought-provoking stuff. So
yeah, he can say that now.
Yeah, he made a great point. So I was.
Yeah.
So, and before we get off, we gotta talk about my boy, the GOAT of comedy.
Yeah, that's my guy.
Did you watch Dave Chappelle, the closer?
You know I did. You know, I'm a big Dave Chappelle fan. Like, even before his Netflix specials, like even before he had the Dave Chappelle show, you know what's funny? It was a long time ago. Like, one of my white coworkers, I knew Dave Chappelle, but I had never heard none of his stand-ups. And he came across, we used to listen to stuff at work, like this is back in the day when you had radios at work and stuff. And he had brought these different comedians, and then Dave Chappelle was one of them. And I was like, I never heard his stand-up before. And then that first stand-up, that was like almost 20 years ago, over 20 years ago. And it was so hilarious. And then after that, I was just like, I went and watched like all his his special. So, you know, some people don't like his style of comedy because, you know, it's you could consider it dry humor. And people think like, you know, I don't know why people think I mean, he has a huge white following, which is weird because, like he said this last video, he always talk about white people. He's been that way since the beginning, so it is weird that he has his huge white following. But a lot of black people wasn't really hip on Dave until the Netflix stuff. So
a lot of black people that like his comedy.
Yeah, they don't like his stuff because he's similar to Chris Rock a little bit in that they talk about real life things, you know what I'm saying? Like it's they talk about race relation stuff a lot, and it's thought-provoking stuff. Like it ain't just your, you know, just little basic little joke, like little punchline. Like it's some heavy stuff he talking about. And you know he in trouble now, so again,
he in trouble again, but I love that because they don't give a fuck.
So what's your thought about it? Did you like the show, or did you?
The show was fabulous.
Yeah,
it was really good. Yeah, like he got straight to the point.
Yeah, he did.
And like he said, I never have issues with the Black or Hispanic gay people.
Yeah.
I have issues with the white people.
Yeah.
Those are the ones I have issue with. And he made a point. It's still about race.
Right.
It's got nothing to do with y'all gender.
Right.
It's still about race. And now look what he's going through now. People want to counsel him now.
Mm-hmm. And it was something from like the some black
coalition.
Yeah, I was just like, out of all the black things y'all got to worry about, y'all want to cancel Dave Chappelle is the dumbest thing ever. But it's, to me, what they're doing is proving his point. They're proving his point in that people want you to be compassionate to them, but they don't have no compassion for everybody else. You know, they don't respect people's differences. People, you can disagree and not agree with someone's lifestyle or whatever. It don't have to be your thing, but that don't mean you have to dislike them. That don't mean you have to don't love them, don't like them, don't talk to them, treat them bad. It does not equal none of that. But the minute you don't agree with something, people throw that all that on you. Like they equal that to say, you hate me, you're gonna kill me, you hate all gays, you hate trannies, you hate it's like, what? Like that's not what that's saying. And you can't they skip over the whole thing just to be in their feelings to me about a point that you skip the you willfully, you're being willfully ignorant. Like you being willfully because you want to put your message in. And I feel like the world is a safer space for people in that community. So it's to me, the narrative is, it's not getting old, but it's just like you can't want people to be compassionate and then you come back with hate. Like you're never gonna get the response you're looking for when the first thing somebody disagree with you, you want to say, you know, cancel them. Like that's just not cool. And then like he said, the one joke he made, it wasn't with the white guy that was a transgender. He was the lady, whichever one.
Yeah.
When you still white first. You know what I'm saying? So why you might be a white a lady that's in a white that's a white man or whatever you choose to, you still white first. And when it comes time to pick, you gonna always go on the side of white. Period. You ain't gonna talk. It ain't gonna be nothing about no trans or nothing. That whiteness that white privilege gonna kick in, and that's what he was talking about. And
that's very logical.
That's completely logical. That's completely what we see all the time. So
nobody knows if you like penis or box if they first meet you. They only know you're black and she's white.
Right.
They don't know anything about your sexuality.
Right.
And that's all Dave was saying.
Right. Yep. And then it's just like he said, you should be allowed to, you should be allowed that same space to disagree or whatever or whatever it is. You should be allowed that same space as the other person wants. But it's not like that. It's like he said, it's just like they want it to be, it seems to be some people in that, and to me, like I said, it ain't even really gay people. It's like he was saying, it's the trans people that have this gripe with him. And it's like, it ain't even like gay people. It's the trans community, because if like you it's this anger and this obsession, and it's just really weird, bro. It's a really weird like climate for that. And it's just like, I don't know. I just think maybe they're under stress. I don't know. I don't know. It's really weird though, because they missed. It's like, even after all that, you still missed the point of what he was saying. Mm-hmm. And I feel like you just missing the point because you want to push out a different narrative. And that's what I have a problem with, is because you're not trying to hear the point. You want to say what you want to say. And that's the part that's not cool. Because then you're pushing out a false narrative that someone is being hateful when they're not really being hateful. Because for every trans joke that Dave make, he gonna make a white joke, he gonna make a black joke, he gonna make a fat joke, whatever. He gonna make an opportunity joke, but most comedians do. And it's just like, we're in a space where people can't even be funny no more. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, there's a line they can draw the line, but you know what? If that ain't your thing, back in the day, it used to be like this. If you don't accept that style of comedy, just don't listen to it.
Don't listen to it.
Don't go to his show. That's simple. Like, I don't understand.
If there ever comes a time in this world where comedians can't really be authentic and have
it's already like that.
But if they really have to start tiptoeing around their jokes, comedy.
But a lot of them have already said that, bro. A lot of them have already said that, it's comedy is harder now because of cancel culture. And if you say something that's a joke, like, people take it to the extreme, and it's this generation as a whole. I'm sorry, that's just my personal belief. This is my personal belief. It's just, we are a soft, sensitive group. As much as they try to be savages, it's really to overshadow the sensitivity that's in this generation. It really is. Like, they the most sensitive, savage people I've ever seen in my life. Like, for some people to be so loud and so free, everything something say hurt y'all feelings. Like,
all the time.
That's not real life. Like, people hurt our feelings. Like, yeah, there should be some kind of, human side and being compassionate to people. But I think I posted the other day, I reposted from like a couple years ago. It was a meme that said, everybody think black is beautiful now. It's a thing to be dark skinned. Everybody think dark skin is cool. Where was y'all at when I was growing up and y'all was calling me African booty scratches? You know what I'm saying? Like, that was, but that was for real though. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, but at the same time, for me, people, you could may say it was bullying in, but that was just the climate we was in. You was dark skinned in the 80s, you already had it rough. But at the same time, it made you be like, it make me be like a little quicker with my joke. Like, if you call that African booty scratcher, I'm gonna be like Dave Chappelle. I'm not gonna tell no surface joke. I'm gonna be like, yeah, and your mama was in the crack house yesterday, on her knees. Like, it's gonna be, I'm gonna go all the way down there. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm gonna go down to I'm gonna go to as far as I can go, to the bottom. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But we survived, you know what I'm saying? And again, I'm not saying that kind of stuff should happen, but it's just like, the reality is, everybody not gonna like you, and people need to learn how to deal with adversity. Like, they don't know how to deal with stuff. That's why I feel like so many of them, the first thing they want to do is like kill themselves, or go get a gun and show up in school, because we not teaching them how to deal with adversity. Like, everybody, if it's a competition, they want all the kids to win a trophy. No,
Right.
No, you lost.
You lost.
You lost, and you have to deal with it. You have to do better next time so you can win. Like
no,
I don't.
No participation trophies here. You lost.
No. Like no. I just remember when my kids, when we used to do the drill team. I used to do the older kids, but then for a long stretch, I ended up doing junior kids. And it was like, I had 6 12-year-olds. So imagine 6 12-year-olds, when they lose, they cry. They. And I'm like, I get it, y'all, but we got to do better next year. It's okay. You can cry. Ain't no participation trophies. You know what I'm saying? But we're going to shake this off and we're going to come back and we're going to do harder and we're going to till we get it. And we did. And we did. And we won multiple times because you know what? We just worked harder next time. You know what I'm saying?
Of course.
I don't understand like this, just people just so sensitive. Like it really is irritating. It really is.
I know. And Dave is irritated. That's why he said, this is my last special.
Yeah. Well, he only had a 5 special deal.
Yeah. He said this is my last special for a while. He irritated.
Yeah, because he's tired of it.
Yeah,
but you know what I was cool too? You know who produced all his special was Stan Lathan. Daddy. Yeah.
He's been in the game a long time.
Yeah, he has.
A long time.
He has. Long time. Yeah, that was pretty cool. But
that was a good special.
If y'all ain't watching, y'all should watch it. Watch Dave Chappelle's last Netflix special for a while. If you went to that again, if you went to it, watch it. Not, hey, I understand. But I thought it was funny.
Dave Chappelle is a genius. He is. Yeah. His stand-ups. He's a genius, man. Like
It makes me now. Now I'm gonna go back and watch the other ones that he had on there.
Me too. I'm about to watch it tonight. Yeah. I love. He's funny to me.
If you haven't, bro, I'm gonna text it to you. It's one of his early ones. The one that made me really start like liking him. This one stand-up that he did. I think he was in DC when he did it. He was real young then. I'm gonna send it to you. It's hilarious.
Okay.
It's hilarious.
Check it out. I'm gonna check it out because Dave, my man.
Yeah.
Y'all stop fucking with Dave, man. Dave.
Y'all leave Dave alone.
Leave Dave alone, man. Dave, we gotta protect Dave. Dave.
Protect Dave. Yeah.
Like Dave said in his show, man. I got on the bus and drove off from $50 million. Like that, Dave, we gotta protect Dave, man. Dave is one of the last ones that can sell his soul. Yeah. So we gotta protect Dave.
Oh yeah. That's the dude right there.
So as we wrap it up, when I'm in Vegas, I'm gonna make sure I have a whole bunch to tell you and bring back to the show.
Because next week we got 2 guests coming on.
Got 2 guests.
So
2 guests next week. So
we're gonna have some more talk. We're gonna have an interesting show. So bring us some details.
We have a lot to talk about. Trust me.
Oh Lord.
Trust me, I have a lot to talk. But hey, listeners, thank y'all again for rocking with us.
Thank you.
Keep subscribing. Teach, you got some shout outs.
Oh, again, our boys over at True Child Sports Fans.
Yeah.
They had a big guest on that this week. Again, y'all check them out.
Big D.
Yeah. So I appreciate them all again. Always showing them love. Our family that's always listening. We appreciate it. You know, we gonna keep at it. We doing what we trying to like you said, get our subscribers up so they can open up different doors for us. So again, we need y'all to go ahead and do that. But we appreciate everybody that's been rocking with us. We gonna get better and better each episode, and we got some more topics and some more guests coming up that we think y'all gonna like. It's been this 10. It's our 10th birthday.
Number 10.
Number 10. So we gonna it's been good. I'm excited about the stuff we got coming up.
Yeah, I am too. And
I got a shameless plug too. If you haven't, I do have a blog, people. It's justtease.com. It's fairly new. I've only been up for a couple months. So this past week I just put up a new one, but I got some more stuff coming up. I'm gonna be posting more frequently the rest of the year. So if you haven't, y'all can go on to itsjusttease.com. You can also watch our show on there too. there's a link. There's a link to the audio and to the video. And then obviously my blog. So y'all go ahead and log on. You can subscribe. You'll get
Subscribe to her
emails.
blog.
Yeah, you'll get emails when
Subscribe
that
to the
stuff out.
podcast.
Yeah.
Okay. Do that, people. Do that. All right.
All that good stuff.
And remember, before I go, the man who sleeps on the floor can never come out the bed.
You know what? On that note, I'm hanging up on you.
All right, y'all.
Yeah.